What's going on, guys? It's weird to talk with your mouth full, but I hit record already, so I suppose I'm going to do that. It's not rude. You're a trucker, right? And it don't matter. Anyways, welcome to TruckerDude Brent's business class video. As always, when you come to Stevens or you have a class, you go in there with minimal amount of paper. Like anything, just nothing. You come in there with like a pen, your willingness to absorb information, and a notepad or something, right? So you can write shit down. You leave out of there with a fuckload of business cards, a shitload of papers, and a lot of knowledge. And I will say this, like in school you're so bored learning shit, it's not, or if you're not interested in it. That was orientation, and that was a grad class. Those two sucked. I felt like I was just wasting time. When I was in this class, dude, oh my god, like somebody tried to talk to me. If anybody tried to talk to me in class, I felt like a dickhead, because I'm like, dude, wait until they're done talking before you talk to me, because I'm trying to learn. If you're not paying attention, don't fuck me up, because I'm trying to pay attention. Keep that in mind. If you guys are in business class, fucking pay attention. If you're too tired, bail out that day, sleep, come back the next day and learn. Because if you don't learn the shit in this class, they give you everything you need to be successful, and they drill that shit into your fucking head. All these guys that are bitching, they were sleeping during class. So you sign papers saying, oh yeah, I want the lease. I'm paying for the lease here. I need insurance. You're not taking any tests. You don't have to pass anything to become a contractor. I mean, for Christ's sake, I'm 30 days out from being a solo driver, and I'm already going to be a contractor. A lot of people are like, they get the wide-eyed, deer in the headlights look, because it's like, dude, you don't even know the business yet. Why are you already going to be a contractor? For one, it's a walk-away lease. Two, I feel like if I can run the miles, I will get this, and I'll make it as successful as I possibly can. Yeah, sure, I don't know the fucking business yet, but I'm a fast learner, and I'm more of a hands-on type learner. If I were to just go off of what everybody else is telling me, I would never fucking do it. So anyways, I'm at 3 minutes, and I've been rambling. But basically, come to class, ready to learn, not tired, bring snacks, because, the break room's like right around the corner. You can go get snacks. It's literally right by the break room. And they have like a grab and scan type thing, and you just pay, It's kind of cool. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alright, what's up, guys? First day of business class, Business 101. Today it's over. I'm going to go over the syllabus, what to expect when you start your business class. So 8:30 to 2:30 on Monday, that's Business 101. Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 to 12, that's Business 102. Then Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 2:30 to about 5:15, maybe about 6 o'clock, roughly. That's your contract segment. That's another thing you have to go through. 8:30 to 9:30, Will comes in. He's the alliance guy. Intro, agenda, and incentives. So your incentives may differ based off of when you come in, and they're always changing every quarter. I think they change, so expect that. What I'm going to talk about in my business class may not necessarily be what you're going to get for yours. Then maintenance comes in and talks to you for 2 hours about what all you're responsible for with the truck, and the maintenance, and the warranties and all that kind of shit. Then you get a break from 11:30 to 12 for lunch. 12 to 12:30, Money Mike comes in and kind of runs some magician numbers on you to show you how much you're paying for fuel. Basically, when you get your fuel surcharge, if you run out, say like I went with a 2-year lease, so I'm literally paying like 12 cents a gallon for after the incentives and everything like that, and the way that it falls and whatever. I can pay 12 cents a gallon for fuel. I'll go over all that shit later. Then 12:30 to 1:45, bookkeeping and taxes. Very important to know what you can write off. Then you get a break from 1:45 to 2. Then 2 to 2:30, operations and assigned DM. So operations come in. The team lead for the DMs come in and talks to you about shit to do with your DMs, and you're assigned a DM, but if they don't answer, somebody else will answer and probably be able to help you out anyways. Now, it's all very interesting. When maintenance came in, I felt like he wasn't assertive enough.
He did, like, Will tells you to ask questions as soon as he leaves. So as soon as maintenance came in, everybody had these, well, it was really like 2 guys, really just kept asking questions that he was eventually going to answer. So, pro tip, when you get into business class, try to spread the word with your classmates. Don't fucking talk. Let them do their spiel first, and if they don't answer your question, then ask the question. That way you can burn through all the shit that he needs to talk about. Maybe your question will get answered if you just shut the fuck up and let him talk, right? Don't bombard him with questions right away. Just do it. Just wait. Just sit through it and do it. So, you know, so maintenance comes in and tells you about everything that you're going to be responsible for the truck. All the shit that's not covered by the warranty, you're responsible for. Anything like wear and tear items, batteries, shit that you could prevent, blowouts, tires, obviously tires. But they have a nice system going down to where you don't actually pay for a full tire. Damn, I scratched shit on my face. You say you got to get a tire replaced. They don't have anything but like $700 brand new fucking virgin tires. Virgin tires, meaning they have not been used. They got you loaded up with that tire. Eventually when you come back to the yard, they're going to give you a recap tire, which is like a retreaded tire, and they're going to throw that on your truck, and then they'll just charge you for that new tire however much tread depth you took away, and they're going to swap you out for the recap tires and only charge you for that tire. So you're not actually paying like full price for a tire. Usually contractors go with the recap tires. They're just as fucking good, but that way you're not spending all your fucking money on tires. By the time you need tires, you know, you'll have enough money built up in your maintenance account. I think it's 5 cents a mile or something like that they build up. They automatically take that out of your check, 5 cents a mile, so that you can put that in your maintenance account. Then of course insurance is paid and shit like that. The first payment, only the first payment is taken care of. They pay the insurance, the truck payment, whatever. So they're saying that the first settlement check before you even hit the road is between $2,000 and $3,000. That is what I'm getting for my first check. So, with that being said, I signed a 2-year lease. So for 8 weeks, I get discounted truck payments. That means I asked Will, I was like, how much? What constitutes discount? He said, $200 a week. You're not paying towards the truck. So effectively, I got a $720 a week payment for my truck. So effectively, my truck payment's only going to be $520 for 8 weeks. So that's great, right? $1,600 right there that I'm saving. They fill your first, no matter how much fuel you have in the truck, they give you up to $400 to fill your truck up for the first time. That's potentially $400 you're saving, which of course they tack that onto the $4,200 incentive they're saying is spring. So they don't actually give you $400. They put it on your EFS card, or they bill it. They put it onto your first bill once you dispatch, right? Like your first settlement check. They're going to add the difference of fuel to that, so effectively you're getting that fuel for free. Let's see. Home time credits, you get those. Actually, I have it all written down. I actually took notes. 8-week discount totaling to about $1,600. Fuel credit of $400 on your first fill up. A problem that I noticed is they played this little game or whatever about like what would it cost for you to start a business. You know, it's a tactic to make you like see that it's not as bad as everybody makes it seem. But they use the Bing search bar, so that's already a no-go for me. I was already like ready to jump out the window at that point. It's like, do you use Bing? And they're on Windows 7. They give you a meal ticket. It's worth about $4. You get you a barbecue sandwich or a regular hamburger, cheeseburger, and a canned Coke for free from Mama's truck stop. Mama's truck food truck, which is always there. She's always here. Let's see. Right now, with the current price of fuel, we're at $1.35 loaded. So the fuel surcharge is 31 cents per mile. So you get $1.04 empty, and they have less than 10% of you running with an empty. Now, if you run further than 10% in that week or that load, they will pay you the difference that'll equal you out to about 10%. So you get free money basically if you're having to deadhead. They're going to make up the difference of that 10% because they promise, and it's in the contract, that you're only going to get 10% deadhead. So that's great. Let's see. Your trucks are going to have about 150 to 250,000 miles. I was offered a truck with 305,000 miles on it. My truck payment would have only been $760, but I'd much rather have a lower mileage truck. So I got a truck with 244,000 miles. 60 to 720 payments per week. They don't offer you anything under 100,000 miles or anything under 200,000 miles. because those payments they feel like are too high. $760 for a 100,000 to 200,000 mile run, and then $815 for anything under 100,000 miles. So that's a fucking 2021 truck, brand new basically, almost like anything under 100,000 miles. 50 gallons they say is the new empty. So if you got 50 gallons in your truck, you want to assume that you're almost out of, like, you're out of fuel. You need to fucking fuel up somewhere. 8 weeks of discounted truck payments, $200 off the truck. Prorated pay is $150 a day. So however long you're out here, after the 4th day, you start getting $150 a day. If you start on a Monday, of course, you don't get the prorated pay. It just, the way that it all works out, you get paid whatever. Like, you get paid, you leave on a Friday, you get paid Friday all the way back up to Monday, $150 a day, plus all the other shit that's going on, all the pay for schooling and all that shit. You get $50 a day. I've already talked about all that shit. Home time credits, you get $800 after the first 30 days on the road as a contractor. So after 30 days of being on the truck, you get $800 deposited into your home time account, so you can take home time. When you're ready to take home time, that's your truck payment basically. You still got to pay for insurance and maintenance account and all that shit. So, you know, build that shit up. But that's your home time account. After 6 months, you get another $800 into your home time account. This is all free money Stevens is giving you, but that's if you sign a 2-year lease. And remember, this is the incentives for spring. Yours might differ, but I'm just trying to give you all as much information as I can. So they have a miles match bonus that goes on all year. By the end of the year, you get up to potentially $1,200 extra dollars a year. They match your miles at 1.5 cents a mile. And then they double it with the 2-year lease. So I think it's 3 cents a mile. So that's like $2,400 extra dollars I'm gonna get. Let's see. You got a 4-year, 450,000 mile warranty on anything that's, I think, 2019 and older. 2020, no, I think it's all of them. Some of the, I think even 2020 and older. 5-year, 500,000 powertrain warranty. All the trucks have that. Supplies for the truck are on you. Like everything you buy for the truck. Oil, fucking gel, or like the gel, fucking windshield washer fluid, power steering fluid, all that shit is on you. You got to pay for it, but it is, you could write that off as a business expense. Payment plan for overages to maintenance account, 5 cents a mile. Okay, so you, yeah, like I said, it's 5 cents a mile. Every mile you make is 5 cents going towards your maintenance account, and it fills up fairly quickly as long as your truck isn't fucking up. And then within the first 30 days, they pay for anything wrong with the truck. You just got to report it with the macro 55, macro 32 on your Qualcomm, and then if you can survive without it, as long as you report it within 30 days, once you finally get it fixed, it's free. You don't have to worry about it. $150 a day breakdown pay after 24 hours. 30 days of free maintenance. Yeah, so you got a 30-day warranty on the truck. And there's 12 total road rescue advisors, over 2,000 trucks, and more than double the amount of trailers that's out there. So you got to know when like you're trying to get a hold of road rescue and it takes so long. That's why. It's because there's so many fucking people and there's not that many. The yard price is like $49 an hour to get your truck fixed or maintained in any way. When you go out to a Love's or something, now remember, this is all on you when you get your truck fixed. You got to pay these. You go out all over the road and you got to get your truck fixed. It's like up to $150 an hour for them to fix your truck. Also, you're sitting and waiting to get fixed. So, business advisor can add or remove funds from your home time account if you need like a check cut to yourself. You use the EFS card and you can cash that, or you can just have them send it directly to your EFS card and you can deposit it into your bank. So with when I was talking to tax, you can write off all the food you buy for your truck, or you could just go off of theirs, which like every day you're on the truck, as long as you can prove you're on the truck. That means like Google Maps, any of that shit. You can give yourself $66 a day for however many days you're on the truck, and then you divide that, or you multiply that by 80%, or you take the 80% of that, and then you can write that off as a business expense because it's food for the truck. It's a business expense. You live in your truck basically those days. So that can equal out to a substantial amount of money. I think the explanation they gave us, or the example they gave us, the guy paid $16,000, and though he grossed $70,000 that year, he was able to write off $16,000. He only had to pay taxes on $50,000 that year. So the way that you can work the system, you're going to end up paying a lot less money in taxes than you would if you were a W-2 employee, because you're basically giving them an interest-free loan, and they are getting the interest from your money sitting in this account, and then they just give you back your money and they keep all the fucking extra. So fuck them, fuck the tax bitches. So they were telling us, they gave us a pamphlet on how to file your taxes, what all you can write off. They give you a whole list of shit that you can write off, down to buying your boots to fucking sunglasses. Like, they give you a long list of shit that you can buy that you can write off, and you just got to save the receipts. They offer you a bookkeeping service. You can send in your shit to the bookkeeping service. They'll keep track of all your stuff. They're not going to file your taxes for you or anything, but they will send it to you when you're ready to file your taxes. So they keep it all organized. It's all done in QuickBooks, so it's very organized and, you know, all that shit. So they recommend that you put away at least $75 a week or 15% of your checks, which I'm probably going to go with $75 a week because that's probably going to be, and then they want you to pay every quarter because you could be penalized if you don't. Yeah, basically that's it for day one. It's a lot. I'm at 15 minutes already and I just talked about day one, and it wasn't even a full fucking day. But I tried to get as much information as possible. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I need to go check my clothes here in a minute, and I guess call Mike back because he won't stop fucking calling me. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next, in a couple seconds. What up? So this is day two. I did business class 102, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8:30 to noon. You basically have like one person come in, two really. You have a business guy come in, Connor. It may be somebody else for you guys. I don't know if he liked me all that much because I guess I was answering too many of the questions on my own because I already had all my shit ready, and you know, I'm eager to get started and get out of there. So I was answering the questions, but he kind of seemed a little put off by me a little bit, whatever. But you do a break even, you talk about your break even, and you do a bunch of math based off your break even, and really emphasizing on the fuel usage and how much money that can save you, because your fuel is going to cost you more than your truck payment, maintenance, and all that shit combined. It potentially could make or break you, is what they really stress that a lot. And what the business team's trying to do is they're worried about what you're making on your settlements. They don't care like if you're late, your load is late or whatever. So your DMs are fighting with the business counselors. Business counselors are looking after your check, and then the DMs are looking at getting your load there on time so that they're not charged a late fee or whatever. So you go through break even, which is what you need mile wise to break even with your truck payment, not including fuel. Just your truck payment, maintenance account, and all that extra shit that they pay nickel and dime you for. You're working towards getting that fixed, getting that taken care of. And everything after your break even, that is where you start making your profit. Now, if you got child support, you're gonna need to factor that in. If you already got it taken out of your check, you already know what you need to add money-wise to what, or you basically subtract it to what your estimated miles are going to be. So for example, I'll give you my break even and all my information. So when you go to get your truck assignment and you get your truck payment, basically what they're saying with that, I say basically a lot, you have 4 different payment options that you're going to make. The highest is $815 a week. That is basically a new truck. That's anything under 100,000 miles, no matter what year it is. If it's under 100,000 miles, you're paying $815 a week. 101,000 to 200,000, it's $760, and that's the miles. 101,000 to 200,000 miles. 201,000 to 300,000 miles, you're paying $720, which is the range that I'm in. And then 300,000 plus is basically 300,000 to 400,000, because they're only gonna let you run the truck probably to about 350,000 miles roughly. And then you're gonna come back to the yard and you can swap it out for a newer truck, because that's gonna be a grad truck now. So you're paying $670, I think, for that truck. So my break even is 1,269 miles a week. That's what I need to drive to make my payment for the truck, which is going to be $1,040 and 25 cents. So $1,040 and 25 cents every single week. That's what I'm going to be paying to pay my truck note, my lease for the truck. Plus, I pay $166 a week and some change for child support, so I'm tacking that on to it. So my break even's a little higher. I'm gonna need to do math for that. So really, I don't need to, because they break it down on this fixed cost sheet that's automatically generated when she prints out your report, and it's all done automatically. So she's not like going and doing all this extra work. It's already done for her. She just prints it for you. So my break even is at $12.69. So they're saying my goal is about $2,300 miles a week, and that would bring my net to about $845.75. In reality, I'm going to be wanting to run more like 2,800 to 3,000 miles a week if possible. And this is all based off, like $845.75 is based off of an average of 7.5 miles per gallon. Once you learn your truck's sweet spot and stuff, of course, I know Bertha. I know how she drives. I know what I can get with her, despite having a check engine light and it being a diesel exhaust fluid problem. I've been running about 7.5 with her with that problem. So if I would have got the diesel exhaust issue fixed and I would have known what I needed to do to get it fixed, as macro 55 or macro 32, then you get sent in to get it fixed. You can get it fixed. Or if I happen to stop at a Love's and I just like, hey man, I need y'all to check out my check engine light so I can send this over to fucking Stevens and get it fixed. So in reality, with a 7.5 mile per gallon and then a fuel cost of about 12 cents per mile, that's of course with your fuel surcharge and everything, and the discounts that you get at all these name brand, partnered fuel stops that Stevens has, the ends with. Basically, they're like they're bros. You pay a discounted rate. You don't see it on your receipt or whatever. You're going to see it on your settlement. Apparently, I think that's what they stated, is that you'll see it on your settlement. So at 2,300 miles, I'll make $845.75 minus the $166 for child support. Now you're not paying taxes. You're gonna need to pay taxes on your own. So that's basically what you're making. So you do all your shit, right? And then you get all your money up front, and then you buy business expense shit. And then when you pay your taxes, like they say, you put about 75 to 15% of your money away to pay taxes. When you report your earnings for the year, of course, you're gonna make all your deductions for your business, because you're running a business. You own a business now. You are a business owner. So yeah, that's what that is. So day 2, I kind of went off track with what I should have probably talked about yesterday, because I got this yesterday when I talked to Allie. Allie's going to be your contract truck assigner person, and she'll be able to give you all the updates on where your truck's at and what your truck's doing and how long you expect to get it. I think by Thursday I should be able to have my truck. Hopefully I'll be dispatched and on the road by Friday, because I'd really like to start making some money. So business 102, we got the break-even test, break-even and scanning. So basically will come in and he'll just kind of quiz you on everything that you've learned in business 101 and 102. He's going to ask you basic questions of stuff that you learned in those classes. And it's all relying on how people talk to you and what they explain to you and how many questions are being asked to these guys, because they get off track easily, especially the maintenance guy, because he doesn't have any sort of like structure to his talk. He has bullet points and he talks about those bullet points. So there's no real like structure, more or less. Then at 11:30 to 12 o'clock, you get a questions and answers. Like if you have questions, you can question him about whatever you might be iffy on. I can almost guarantee you there's going to be people in there that weren't paying attention, or they were falling asleep, so they're asking questions that have been talked about multiple times. But it's about 30-minute sesh, and they'll ask, and then of course how to clear the yard. I don't remember them talking about that. All they say is that you just need to finish your clearance sheet. And if you have a Stevens app, you can keep track of that on your phone, but you still need to get your clearance sheet signed and shit. So tomorrow, since I missed the second class for Monday, I gotta do it Wednesday, because I had to talk to Allie and I was like middle in the line, and I didn't even get seen till 3:30. The next class starts at 3. If you're not converting your truck. If you're converting your truck, you don't need to talk to Allie. You can start that class right away. So at 3 o'clock, you go in and you talk about insurance. You talk to Money Mike again about fuel, driver qualifications from 4 to 4:15. You take a small break. Then you do a safety class, and then from 5:15 until however long it takes, it's an in safety hall clearing. So I guess you go through the session and you get your fucking clearance sheet signed off and shit. So with that being said, that's all we did today. I know it's another fucking 8 minutes that I'm talking about shit, but I'm trying to be as informational as possible. I know it's getting dark. I apologize. I don't know if it's gonna help. No? What about this one? I guess it's a little too late now, isn't it? So anyways, yep, that's it. I guess I'll talk about it a little bit about what's going on tomorrow. Just kind of give you all an idea of it. If y'all have any questions, I'll probably state this at the very beginning and at the very end again. Make a comment, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. I'm not trying to teach y'all the whole fucking business class on this video, despite this video probably being over 20 minutes long. But I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what to expect, how long you're going to be in here, how long you're going to be on the yard. You're going to probably be on the yard at least a week, unless you're getting your truck converted. If that's the case, you don't have to wait for your truck. But once I get my truck, of course, you're going to have to do the inspection on it. Then once you sign off on it, you're responsible for that motherfucker. But for the first 30 days, you got a warranty. As long as you put in a macro 55, if you find something wrong with the truck, you can take care of it whenever you can. If it's not dire emergency, even 6 months down the road, I might have already mentioned that as well. And you won't be charged for it. So, yeah. Anyways, that's it for now. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
What up? Celebratory pizza. Pizza party, just me. Woo. I did my second class, the one that I should have done on Monday, but I had to talk to Allie. I did that today. Obviously, you guys have been watching the video, you know. Somebody came in there and just talked about like your W-9 and a couple of other things about, just basic shit, burning time for 30 minutes so that insurance could make it there. Insurance, you have to do this. You have to put insurance on the truck before you're cleared to leave. You can't leave the yard without insurance on the truck. The first three are mandatory. It's a fixed cost of $143 or some shit like that. And then you have optional items that you can get. Like if you get sick or you get in an accident, they'll pay you like $650 a week up to 8 weeks. I didn't find that was worth it. That's not even enough to cover the truck and the amount of money that you're paying towards it for the chance that you're already covered if the vehicle's involved in an accident. Your insurance will take care of the vehicle and you. Both you and the vehicle separately are insured for $1 million each, up to that high. Of course, you're not going to get that money, but if you happen to die, $300,000 will be paid out to your beneficiaries that you list whenever you fill out your insurance. So there's no need for me to get the sick time or anything. If I'm sick, I'm going to be in the truck by myself anyways. Like, what's keeping me from fucking putting my foot down to the pedal? You know what I mean? Like, of course, it just depends. And I'm pretty tolerant with sickness, so I'm not really worried about it. It's all based on what you want to do, so whatever. Then there's like accidental damage insurance, basically. It's a $2,000 deductible. Like if you back into somebody, it's your fault, or you take a mailbox out at a fucking McDonald's, or you try to drive under a drive-through and you fuck that or damage. It covers your truck and damages to other thing. You got a $2,000 deductible. I think she had mentioned something that minused it down to $500 deductible, but I didn't opt for that either. Then there's personal allowance, basically, personal item insurance, up to $3,500 worth of stuff will be covered by Stevens if your truck happens to catch on fire, or say for instance you total your truck, you don't have the means to get all your shit that's in your truck home, and then they take this truck to a dump yard and they fucking trash it. If it gets totaled, all your shit's on it, they'll cut you a check for up to $3,500 worth of money to make up for the stuff that you have on your truck. Then of course fuel comes in again. He just he comes in to tell us, basically, he's got a 30-minute slot, but he comes in to tell us that our EFS price locator will be active after 5 o'clock. That's it. Driver qualification comes in and signs off on a lot of your shit for your deal. You got like a couple papers to sign, allowing them to act on your behalf on a certain thing. I think that's insurance. But they go through driver qualifications, goes through and explains a bunch of shit to you. That's literally 15 minutes. It's not even worth mentioning. They say we got a break in here. I don't remember getting one. 4:30 to 5:15, a safety class. You got a guy from safety come in and talk about. He likes to tell a lot of stories of how badass he is. I'll just go with that. Like he's big dick guy in there, right? He's the best. 8.5 to 9.5 miles a gallon because he knew how to drive his truck. I mean, kind of came off as a dick because my trainer did not tell me that you needed to fucking have, like, you needed to look in your big book with all your permits and all your like your insurance cards and shit like that. It's all up in your book, and you need to know where all that stuff is. Like if a DOT officer asks you, oh, I need to see this, you need to know what page it's on, because if you hand them the book, they're gonna give you a ticket. Nobody told me that. They're like, oh well, you know, somebody had to have told you in orientation. I was like, when's the last time you did orientation, bro? How long you been here? Did you even do orientation here? Do you understand how much information they cram into your fucking head and expect you to retain? Do you know how late they keep you up at night and then bring you back the first thing in the next morning? Do you think that, you know, some of that shit's gonna stick with you? No. Like, dude, get the fuck off my dick, dude. Like, that guy pissed me off. He's like, how long have you been on the truck? I was like, a month. He's like, you never had to open that book? I was like, no, I've never had to open the book. Like, the way that I go, maybe y'all need to train us better. Maybe y'all need to give us more than 4 fucking days. And stop cramming all this shit into our heads, right? I don't think you like that too much, but everybody knows I'm fucking right there. They give us such limited amount of time because they're trying to crank all these fucking students out so they can catch that money from all the loans that they're getting from people taking their classes here. So then from 5:15 until however long it takes for safety to get with you, you're on safety hold the moment you get to the yard. You have to talk to safety before you can leave. They go over your lane departures, your following distance, any major critical events that went through. They're going to discuss it with you and talk to you about it and how to improve it and ways to improve. And then if you're not teachable, then there's a chance that you might have to go through retraining, and that could be a 4-hour class or something you have to sit in and watch video, do the fucking simulator truck driver thing and random conditions and shit. So just keep that in mind. If you get to the yard, you go through the safety lane first thing, right? Even if there's a line, they want you to go to the safety lane so you can get your truck checked out. You're gonna have to do it anyways. As soon as you get your trailer dropped, you take your paperwork in, or you find a place to park, take your trailer in, go to safety, man. Sign up for safety if it's at a decent time, and go through your safety talk so you can get off safety hold. So you can get dispatched. As soon as you're ready to go, you can get dispatched and get the fuck out of here. This video is way too fucking long, but I really wanted to try to explain as much as I could and give you all as much fucking information as possible. I am going to finish eating this pizza that I just ordered myself as a celebratory meal. And then I'm going to have to put this fucking video together. Everybody that stopped me while I was here on the yard, it was nice meeting you guys. Y'all are all awesome, man. I'm by no means trying to make this channel into something. Everybody's talking about monetization and stuff. I really just want to help people, man. Like, and that's what I feel like I'm doing here. Nobody's talking about business class. Here you go. Remember, gents and ladies, love it, hate it, fucking rate it, take care. I'm about to devour the fuck out of this pizza. I'll see y'all another time.